Our artwork this week is based on Lee Krasner.
Can you join me in doing the artist cheer for Lee Krasner? I'll say Lee, you say Krasner. Lee, Lee, Lee. Now, you say Lee and I'll say Krasner. Krasner, Krasner, Krasner. Good job!
Lee Krasner was born in 1908, over 100 years ago. She was a painter and worked in New York City. This is a picture that Lee Krasner painted of herself when she was young. When an artist paints a picture of themselves, it's called a self-portrait. Where did she paint herself in this picture? And what did she paint herself doing? Here's a photo of Lee Krasner in her studio. What tools do you spot? What do you notice about her painting? When you look closely at her studio, what do you notice about the floors and the walls? Lee Krasner was an action painter. That means she moved around a lot when she was painting her masterpieces. Up, down, side to side, flinging paint everywhere. Here's another photo of Lee Krasner in her studio. What do you notice? This painting is so big, she had to get on a ladder to reach the top. Let's spend some time looking at this painting by Lee Krasner called Gothic Landscape, painted in 1961. When we first look at it, it seems to be all black and white. But if you use your powers of observation and look more closely, you start to see other colors. What colors can you find in this painting? Pause the video if you need more time to look. We're going to make our own action painting, except instead of flinging paint everywhere, we're going to concentrate on making the brush move around the paper. For this week's painting, we're going to need a cup of water, a paintbrush, our watercolor paints, and a rag for cleaning up messes. We're going to begin this action painting with our black paint, so dip your brush in the water and wake up your black. We're going to pretend that we're on a road trip. So think about where you'd like to go with your trusty car, your paintbrush, and your gas, your black paint. We're gonna start our engines and begin driving. Sometimes we might need to stop at a restaurant. Sometimes we might need to stop for the night. Sometimes we might need to go back because we forgot our toothbrush at the hotel. Make your lines swoop and swirl and cross all over each other. And fill the paper with your black lines. The more lines you have, the more interesting your action painting will be. Now we need to let our painting dry before we can do the next step. Put your paper in a safe place. We'll come back to it next time. Now that your road lines are done, you're ready to start painting in the empty spaces. Take your paintbrush and your water and wake up your colors. Add just a couple drops of water to your colors. Once your colors are ready, you can pick a space, like this one right here, and paint it with one of your colors. Is there another space that you maybe want to paint with that color? Oh, a about this one? Using that one color, paint that whole space. Are you ready to switch colors? Rinse out your brush. Dry it off on your rag. And then pick a new color to start with. How about yellow? Continue filling in the spaces until your whole paper is colored. My challenge to you is to stay inside your black lines and to use only one color for each space. This green space is turning out to be enormous.
I hope you had fun making your road trip painting, friends. Make sure you share it with me so I can see. I'll see you next week.